Simple question, Aidan. Do you feel you have anything to prove Saturday?
I just got to go out and play my game. Last week we didn't execute in the second half, so just looking to build on that. That's really it. Going out and just showing what we can do as a team, as a whole.
And for those who didn't experience last season, the new guys, is there any way you communicate what the experience was like, or try to make them aware of what that game was like for them?
Yeah, last year, it was a competitive game, but it was also an away game, so it was a different atmosphere. I think this year is going to be a little different, being at home, being in front of our crowd, and with our people, our team. So, just going to be it's going to be a competitive game again. Fun. Go out there and play free, and just show what we can do as a whole.
How would you define the chip on your shoulder from that game? Because you talked about it at the beginning of camp that it kind of stuck with you, but how would you define maybe that and how you want to get past that?
There's a chip on my shoulder every week. Just take it week by week, going and just proving what I can do each week. But it's a team sport. Going out there and using my teammates and just helping me out. Go out there and play together. And the goal is to come out with a win. So we just got to execute and finish. Got to play stronger than what we did last week. It's a better team, better competition. That's really it. There's not much to it.
When you went through the film from last week, what did you see? What did you like that you did? What did you notice, like when pass protection broke down in terms of reaction and other things like that? What did you like? What did you not like?
From my game or from the team?
From your game, yeah.
I just like that keeping the ball out of harm's way. Taking what they give us, what they gave me, but just not trying to force things, trying to make a play. We talk about it like not trying to make chicken salad out of chicken. Yeah, y'all know what it is, but that's really what it is. Just going out there and just trying to play mistake-free football. Yeah.
How difficult is it when pass protection does break down to instinctively keep your eyes up rather than think like I can make a play here with my legs?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm still working on. Just trying to maintain my eyes downfield and just work through that and stay in the pocket or just subtle pocket movement and let the ball go. I'm not gonna say it's like difficult. It really does vary from each play, but overall, it's something that you just got to continue to get reps at.
What's the line for you? Because I know that you remember that we talked about that one year we stepped out at the 9. They said, but the end of that run, you didn't duck out. You kept going, tried to tuck the shoulder and drive for a few more yards. Just wondering what the line is of trying to get those extra yards versus preserving your body more than.
As a quarterback, you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to stay in the whole game and do what you have to do. But at the end of the day, I'm here for my team, and we try to put up points, and I'm gonna do what I have to do to get in the end zone. So.
Do you like? Because that's obviously the physical element of your game. Be able to deliver a couple of those hits sometimes to guys when you're in the run game. Do you like doing that?
I'm just here to do what I have to do. It's not a like or a dislike. It's more just like if I have to go score, I have to go score. That's what it is. Get a first down. That's what it is. Get my shoulder. And I'm gonna go do my shoulder. That's how it goes.
There's an example side of that too, isn't there, for your whole team when they see a guy like you go, lay down the shoulder and go play that physical brand. Like that's good for the guys, right?
Yeah, we're trying to be a physical football team. That's our goal. That's our whole motto. Be a physical team, play physical. And when they see a quarterback go out there and play physical, I hope that brings lights a fire in them as well. I'm not supposed to be out there dipping my shoulder, but at the end of the day, if I do it, I'm hoping somebody else go and do it too, and they make it happen. So yeah.
How different is the prep this week for you? And we talked about last week, DC. There's never called a game. You don't know what's going to get. This will probably, I assume, this will be the first time you've gone up against DC, the second time as a starter. So you have tape of him calling the defense. You have tape against you guys against that defense. Just how different is this week from the prep standpoint?
It's just different because we actually know what we're getting. We've seen the DC for 2 years now, like you said, and it's just that's really the only difference. Nothing different in preparation. Coming in, watching the film, and digesting it all. Coming in, making game plans for it, or base game plan, third down, red zone, just coming out, and preparation's still the same, just different view on the film.
Deeper level to it, though, I guess. Same process, but in terms of what you're seeing.
Yeah, same process. Just going more in detail with it because we actually know what we're going to come out and see. We know who's going to be on the field and where they're going to be, and what the coach is looking to call on these downs where we're trying to get it just on what they're going to come out in. So yeah.
What percentage or how much is still left to show with what you guys can do with that group of receivers, brother?
I'm sorry.
So compare what you guys talked about. Everybody in the offseason was talking about how they thought the wide receiver group was upgraded. How much was shown in week 1, and how much is still left for you to for that group to show in the past?
I think we left a lot on the table. I think there's a lot more that we can still do with this receiving core. A lot of guys didn't even touch the ball. Like Rob Bullard, don't think he touched the ball. And then we still have tight ends, Jack Vernon and Mike Basunas, and Brendan Pericek too, coming out. I think we still have guys that can run around the field and catch the ball. We try to get some other guys going, but other than that, it's still a lot. It was week one. Didn't really get to show everything. Not trying to put everything out there, but coming out, just keep playing how we playing, and hopefully everybody touches the ball. Keep going. Yeah.
When you went back and watched the tape, whether it be Saturday or Sunday, what did you see were the main differences between those first 3 or 4 drives that you guys had and then the second half?
Honestly, I think it was them. I think it was the other team. We came out, we did our job, we executed, but there are plays where we messed up. Like even on the touchdown play, on the first touchdown we had with Brandon Tillis, we had some people going the wrong way, and it's a miscommunication thing, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it was just. I think it was them. They came out and they was like, I watched a press conference after too, and he was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go have fun." Second half, and they did. They came out and had fun, and they executed well. And we just gotta do the same. We gotta continue to have fun and continue to execute. We can't, come in the second half slow, thinking the game's over already. We gotta come in and just continue to play how we're playing.
How much does that running game change things for you when you're able to break off runs like that? Can you just kind of put that into terms for a quarterback? How that changes life?
Like me running or just
No, have a running game with the running backs and the offensive line getting that sort of regular push. What that does to a defense and how that changes life for
It's
you.
big, it makes defense really keeps defense on their toes. We can do it all, so it's just adds another element to our game, to our playbook. It allows us to open up the playbook.
Can you feel that when you're looking at linebackers and eyes and where guys, you can feel their reaction to the running
Sure.
game?
We hand the ball off 3 times, we get 3 first downs, then come out with play action. They think we run the ball again, stuff like that. So it's just things like that. We talk about marrying and running the pass and playing physical. That's part of it. Just going out there and doing what we have to do and trying to continue to grow off of those.
You said you watched the.
How would you describe Matt Golden? How you've gotten to know him as a player and so forth? What's he like?
Physical, tough leader, just a all-around guy. He's a center. That's what he is. If you want an ideal center, that's who you're gonna get. Great guy, great leader, great role model, partner, teammate, everything. He comes to work ready to go. Doesn't complain. Doesn't talk bad about anybody. Just goes out there and does his job. And if he sees something he doesn't like, he's gonna tell you. And he's a leader. He doesn't care what you think. It is what it is. He's gonna let you know up front. And I love that about him. Great guy.
He's been a good addition to the team.
Yes, sir.
You've talked a lot about how Coach Boyer has helped you. What was Friday like? What was that dialogue like coming off the field? Did you keep it calm? Are you guys relatively on the same page about things?
Yeah, I come off the field. He asked me what did you see? And I tell him what I saw. And after that, he'd be like, okay, well, let's go watch it. So we'll watch it on the iPad, and then he'll let me know what he saw, and then we'll talk about it and be like, okay, well, next drive we'll come out, and if we see this again, then we'll do this. Or it's just being able to prepare for what's next. We always talk about it, what is next, when, and just grow off of what you just did in the last drive, and then come back. And no matter if you scored, threw a pick, fumbled, whatever happened, go out next drive, and what is next.
Was he on
You
the
said you
field with you?
watched-
Was he on the field or out in the box?
You said you watched the Western Michigan press conference
Yeah.
back. Do you do that often? Do you watch the opposing?
Sometimes, yeah. Just like to see what they say. Sometimes they talk about us. Sometimes they talk about how they came out. And, I want to see if they think we're the team that we're supposed to be. Sometimes, stuff like that. Just want to see how people feel about us all the time. But that doesn't go deeper than that. Though. It's just just seeing other teams.
Do you get much of a self-scout out of that? In terms of, you hear some coach or another player say, oh, they were doing this, and oh, we got to change maybe this tendency.
Sometimes, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for things like, oh, did we do too much of this, or did we do something wrong here? But overall, sometimes I just want to get the feel for how they felt about us, and then go into next week, forget about it. It's over now. Let's go into next week and focus on this week.
Last one was Steven right here.
Last year's Boston College game, it seems like guys, all losses are hard. It seems like that's one where you guys sort of look more internally than what they did to be. Is it the self-inflicted stuff, I guess, that sticks out about that game the most?
That was a big theme all season, though. I think we got to come in and just execute how we need to execute. We can't beat ourselves. That's the biggest thing. But overall, we just got to come into this week and play for it, with each other. It's us together. We're not playing. They're coming to play us. We don't think we're playing them. That's how it's supposed to be every week. But we just got to play football how we know how to play football, execute, and play together. And that's the biggest thing we got to do this week.
Thanks, Aidan.